when you have this identification between citizens in a society, that's when you have a democracy. Because as citizens we are equal before the law. So he says that Pakistan would first have to become a democracy before it could feel remorse. And therefore it will remain a remorseless society until it becomes a democracy. So I thought this was quite good thinking. And I thought I would share this with you. It also gives you a sense of the way I've gone about mining the Mahabharata to find a meaning for our lives today. And it's a book, it's a very dark tale. Many homes do not keep the Mahabharata at home. In fact, in the south, they take one volume out and leave it at a neighbor's house. But it is a tale which, in fact, my friend Sheldon Pollock, who's a professor of Sanskrit, perhaps the greatest Sanskritist alive, said they had to write the Ramayana in order to give people some hope after the Mahabharata. But you know, even in this darkness, I believe, the Mahabharata snatches victory in the character of Yudhishthira. You might remember that last scene in the epic where Yudhishthira is going to heaven and a stray dog attaches himself to Yudhishthira, and both are walking to heaven looking straight, the dog looking this way, the Yudhishthira looking this way, and they reach heaven. And Indra comes and he says, "Welcome, great king," to Yudhishthira. And Yudhishthira says, "What about this dog?" And Indra says, "Dog's not allowed in heaven." And Yudhishthira says, and Indra says, "But he's not even your dog. He's just a stray dog." Yudhishthira says that Dharma has taught me that if someone comes to you for refuge, you help them out. And so I'm afraid I cannot go into heaven. Now I don't think anybody in this room would have done that. It is one of those acts which we as human beings cannot think of doing, but yet we can admire it. And frankly, it is through acts like these that the Mahabharata gets its victory. That in some ways what Yudhishthira teaches us is that an act of goodness may be one of the very few things of real worth in this world. And that maybe, as Oscar Wilde put it, we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. And I think that, for me, is where the Mahabharata, this very dark tale, has left me. So I want to thank you very much.